Welcome to this edition of Lightning Fast PD. In this series, we'll be taking a look at various pieces of universal design for learning. This video highlights what to look for when planning for learner variability. It's important to resist the urge to plan for the average student as we plan for lessons and units. Designing for the average is designing for nobody. All people perceive, act on, and engage with information differently, and it's important to be mindful of this from the beginning of our planning process. To see an excellent TED Talk on the myth of average, scan the QR code and enjoy. To begin the planning process, look at a unit lesson or unit that you have traditionally designed and consider your students who are in the margins. These are students who would be outside of our perceived view of average, either disabled by or not challenged by the curriculum. Next, take a bird's eye view of what you have planned and ask yourself which students will benefit and which students will encounter a barrier with how you have traditionally taught this unit. Keep in mind, a barrier doesn't necessarily mean a barrier to pass. You may have an A student who earns a C due to this barrier, so making this step is so important. Using learner profiles for helping students understand theirs is an excellent early step in the UDL planning process. For example, a student who may be very bright in science but struggles with reading will encounter a barrier with textual resources and not get the most out of your unit. When teachers and students understand learner strengths and support needs, grouping and pathways become intentional and much more effective. Next, recognize and plan for ways to include and celebrate cultural diversity within a unit. Link the content with historical contributions made by people from various cultures and celebrate the impact of your content on people around the world. This is a great way to build community and empathy within your classroom. Next, plan for and share technology tools that can support, enhance, and accelerate student learning. Remember that gifted science student who doesn't read well? If he knew how to use a program such as Snap and Read, then textual barrier could be broken down. In cases like this, it's important that all students, not just the ones we assume are in the margins, have access to supportive technology. You've done the assessment, so now what? Use learner variability to help students take ownership of their learning. Explain the end goal of a unit to them and let them be the architects of their learning alongside you. Help them set personal goals, advocate for their needs, and self-monitor their own process. Celebrating learner variability is just the first step in planning with UDL. Take a moment to reflect and reach out if you're ready for more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for Lightning Fast PD.